Good morning, everyone. My name is Milil Matthew. This is the semester 6 architecture design portfolio. For this semester, we have to design a working women hostel. So, the site provided to us was in Borivali. Specifically speaking, Haridas Nagar, Borivali West, which comes under the R ward. Talking about the connectivity to the site, there are three roads on the periphery of the site. That is and that is the RM Battad Road, a 27-meter road on the northern side, a 18-meter road on the western side, and a 12-meter road on the southern side of the site. Talking about the wind direction, the major winds that comes into the site are from the southwest direction, with an average temperature around the site in and around the site of 27 degrees Celsius. Talking about vantage points on the side have been are towards the southern side, that is into the BMC Park and the Abdul Kalam Garden. The Arambatar Road on the northern side of the site, which connects the site from the Link Road and the metro station to the railway station of Borivali, because of which high traffic congestion has been observed, due to which high noise pollution has been also been observed. All of these factors have been considered while designing the facility. Location plan. In this, the main focus of my main focus was to study the site around the 1 square kilometer radius around the site. This was majorly to understand how well the site is connected within various amenities within the square kilometer of the site, how well the site is connected from the railway station to the site, or how well the station and the site is connected to the metro station of the link road. So talking about the analysis, there's over the 1 square kilometer, a large amount of green spaces have been indicated on the resident. Even though in the whole 1 square kilometer, major buildings observed are the residential the kind, and commercial and the in institutional buildings are very few and scattered. The blue line the blue line on the left hand side, as you can see, is a metro track, and the green stop is the bus stop. Case study: the Rwanda's working women is one of the case studies done with respect to the spaces for women. The concept and ideology was to develop my form and see to make a structure self-sufficient. The center is an excellent example of how spaces under an umbrella can be inclusive and welcoming to all kinds of women. The basic giveaway from which I got from this case study was the basic giveaway from this case study was like how to make a structure self-sufficient, or how to make it more self-absorbent, or how to make it more independent in every aspect of the design. So concept so in the concept, the main purpose of this modular arrangement is that the public activity should not just contained within the structure, but should also spill over into the green spaces and to the open spaces adjacent to it, not just along the horizontal but also vertically. On the second image, the second diagram, the red block signifies the semi-private activities, and the blue, it signifies the private activities together, which coincides in the same module, and they have been differentiated with the increase in height and with an increase in height and spatial landscape. The second, the gray shaded area near the staircase, it signifies the perforated wall mainly for ventilation, so, which acts as a lung and a singular module, hence making the single module self-sufficient in various aspects. The sectional schematic section. This is to understand how the screen wall the screens the walls screen walls have been provided, and the perforated walls on the brick, how they act and enhance and make the landscape provided various levels act as the lungs of the whole structure. These are the initial sketches and conceptual models of the design. Site plan. The main entry to the site has been provided from the from the Arambatat, the 27-meter Arambatat road, and a service entry has been indicated from the back road, that is the 12-meter road, which is observed on the southern side. The main motive the main motive, all the rooms, or the majority of the rooms have been provided on the southwest direction, was to keep it cross ventilation, and for the view, the basement plan. This is the ground floor plan. The plinth is at 0.45 meters, and at every interval, or at every courtyard, or at every interval of between the various modules, there's landscape. Hence, as the hence talking about the providing hence talking about spilling over of the semi-private activities on these areas. This is the floor plan at 3.95 meters. This is the floor plan at 6.45 meters. This is the floor plan at 9.75 meters. The floor plan at 9.45, 12.45, and 15.45 meters. This is the floor plan at 13.95 meters and 10.5 meters. This is the terrace floor plan. The service layout. This is a single occupant room. These are double occupant rooms. This is the room for the disabled. This is the guest and the warden room. So for the guest and the warden room, I have used the same layout. This is the gym. This is the common room. This is a children daycare center. So in the facility, there's a daycare center for children under the age of 2 years old. This is a sick bay. This is the study room. For the study room, I have designed in such a way that the whole plane is divided into two various planes, so that two different group of people or various people could work at the same time, or a group of people could be working at one level, and at the other level various groups, individual people, individual person, or different group could be working. This is the library. This is the dining space, the kitchen, and the provision store. This is my northern elevation of the structure. This is the southern elevation. This is the western elevation. This is section AA, which has been indicated on the key plan. The section line has been indicated on the key plan. This is section BB. The section line has been indicated in the key plan. The construction details. So I provide construction details at the corner of the interlocking blocks. So I've used interlocking blocks rather than brick and mortar or any other or cement blocks. This was mainly due to reduce the use of concrete in the whole construction process. For the slab, I have used filler slabs. So hence, another way of reducing the use of concrete. And on the top right, that it is the detail. It is a detail of the jalis on the screen wall that I have provided on the face of on the facade. This is the construction details. The top detail is a detail at the uh, planter plant container on the second on the lower second floor, and the bottom left is the detail at the of the perforated pavement, which has been which is observed at on the various courtyards of the structure.